friends upon the Go Puerto Rico. It was your host, Marisa Rivera, welcoming you to a new show. We're smack in the middle of San Sebastian Street in Old San Juan because Salsa Festival 2024 is coming up soon from the 18th to the 21st. And before we begin, we've got two special suggestions for you. Bring a fan, bring a hat, because it is going to get hot in here.
And we are here with Lucia Nieves Cortez, Director of the Folk Arts Program at the Institute of Puerto Rican Culture. Thank you for being with us. Tell us what will go on through the Institute of Puerto Rican Culture during Sunset 2024.
Like each year, the Instituto de Cultura Puertorriqueña is responsible for most of the programming related with folk arts and crafts. We do the Folk Arts and Crafts Fair that will find a place in the Cuartel de Vallaja, as well as on the gardens outside of Vallaja and here at the headquarters of the Institute. We will have over 290 exhibitors, all made locally in Puerto Rico by craftsmen and women, artists, and also now each year we are incorporating younger designers that are also offering a variety of products related to our culture and to Puerto Rico.
That's beautiful. And besides having the opportunity to acquire Puerto Rican art, I hear there will be a lot of music. Tell us about that.
There will be music. We will have 3 stages, one inside within Vallaja, one outside in the gardens, and one here at the headquarters, offering music programming all throughout the weekend. We will have one of our highlights will be Danny Rivera, who will be playing on Sunday at 5 p.m. There will also be workshops. There will be a variety of offer for family and children, and we will also be having 2 exhibitions: Vuelo de Mariposa by theater company Y No Había Luz, and Nuestras Cuerdas, which is an exhibition of string instruments that are traditional to Puerto Rico and that have been made in Puerto Rico during the 20th century.
We are able to see that gallery today, so tell us a little bit more about the string instruments of Puerto Rico.
Well, this exhibition is it's very close to my heart because we programmed the folk arts program together with the music program. Both directors, we were months talking about string instruments in Puerto Rico, especially el cuatro puertorriqueño, which is our national instrument. And we wanted to show that although people usually have a standardized idea of what this instrument is, we wanted to show that there's a huge variety of shapes, but the amount of strings to a cuatro. And there's always the question, why is it called cuatro if it actually has 10 strings? And we try to think and reflect about that and about how this is related to our musical production, but it's also related to our craft production, because all of these instruments were made by our local artisans that specialize in the construction.
That is right. So you can learn here more at the Institute of Puerto Rican Culture. And it should be noted that all of the events and workshops are free of charge at the Institute. Tell us where people can find out more information.
You can visit culturalpr.com to know all the programming that will be going on at the Fiestas de la Calle San Sebastian. We're also publishing in this website all of the programming throughout the year, or you can log on to our website or visit our Facebook page.
Well, there you go. There is a lot going on at the Institute of Puerto Rican Culture.
Acá los esperamos.
And we are here with Aida Balzac, mosaic artisan, who will be here during the San Sebastian Street Fair festivities at Cuartel de Vallaja. Thank you for joining us. These pieces are beautiful. So besides that it's your hands making them, what makes them exclusive and unique?
In this particular mosaic here, what inspired me was a photograph my father had taken many years back from a hallway in Old San Juan. And it always spoke to me. So when I said finally to myself, this is going to be like a challenge that I'm going to do. Before I start doing anything, I observe the photograph, what it is, where the light is, where the darkness is, and how I'm going to go about where I'm going to start. So in this case, I started on the stairway, and then came down here, then the dark side, the lights, that had the the lampshades also, and then of course we have to look the angle of the vigas up on the roof. There's a passion that goes in it. It's your energy that's in it. So when it's finished, it's not just what you were seeing or what inspired you. It's what you put into it, and in any mosaic that you do. So basically, that's what goes in any of my mosaics.
Well, you have beautiful energy and you have a unique look to you, so everybody can find you through your flower headpiece. How many pieces will you have? How many days will you be here? And where can people find your pieces afterwards?
Well, I don't know exactly what location I'll be put in Bayaha. These are some of them. For example, here I have, it's just a more modern one. When I made it, originally I didn't have any idea of I just started, with the colors. I don't have anything specific about them. I just placed them. I like what I saw, and then when it came back all framed up, I said, "Oh, what's the name I'm gonna put it? Name it." And I said, "Pensamientos." In other words, thoughts. Why? Because what does our brain does? Our brain divides our attitudes, our thoughts, our emotions in different compartments in our brains.
It's very interesting because I was going to say that there is a story behind each piece, and now you're making a diary out of it.
Oh yes, because I figured out that once I started, I said, well, what are my friends gonna say? What are you doing? So I said, oh no, next one I'll start, putting my journaling in it and putting my comments, my thoughts, what was the process of going through it.
That's beautiful. If you cannot make it to San Sebastian Street Fair, you can follow her at My Mosaic Diary, and remember to look for the flower headband. Thank you, Aida.
Si quieres mejorar tu fuerza, flexibilidad, equilibrio, postura y manejo del estrés, en Pilateros tenemos un grandioso equipo que te ayudará a alcanzar tu mejor versión. Tenemos clases para todas las edades, horarios flexibles y 2 localidades completamente equipadas ubicadas en San Juan y Guaynabo. Programa tu primera clase hoy en pilateros.com. Somos Pilateros.
And of course, if you're all heated out under the Puerto Rican sun, you cannot miss the opportunity to have a shaved ice, or what we like to call a piragua. Mine is guayaba. It's necessary in Puerto Rico while you're in San. Muchas gracias. Welcome to Palacio Provincial, an exclusive adults-only retreat nestled in the heart of colonial Old San Juan. Experience the charm of this historic gem situated within an early 19th century building that echoes with rich diplomatic history. Palacio Provincial, meticulously restored, invites you into a world where transcendent hints of its colonial past blend seamlessly with modern comforts. Discover the 43 rooms and suites, each a testament to elegance. The accommodations boast high wooden beam ceilings, checkered floors, and contemporary design in warm, neutral colors. 12-foot wooden windows and doors open to Juliet balconies, revealing captivating views of San Juan. Inside, plush bedding, large smart TVs, and impressive work desks await. The decor, a fusion of history, art, and culture, is adorned with bright colors, creating a relaxing ambiance. Modern tile bathrooms feature spacious showers.
Palacio Provincial, where every detail reflects a commitment to excellence, where historic allure meets contemporary luxury. Immerse yourself in the unique blend of sophistication and charm that defines this boutique hotel. Ascend to the rooftop, where Palacio Provincial unveils its newest venture, Atelier Rooftop Terrace. Perched in the heart of Old San Juan, this oasis offers remarkable views of San Juan Bay and the colonial city. Experience the best sunsets as you sip on fascinating cocktails and savor local bites. At the rooftop terrace, you can also find a gym so you can feel right at home during your stay. Palacio Provincial. Discover the art of tranquility in the heart of Old San Juan.
During the San Sebastian Street Festival, there will be more than 100 food vendors all across the town. Some of the things you must try are bacalaitos, alcapurrias, piononos, arañitas, and so much more. Right now, we're going to take you to a new spot. It is called Itos. It is owned and invented by an American married to a Puerto Rican looking for the perfect bacalaito bite.
And we are here with Alan Panatoni, creator of Itos Bacalaito Bites. And I really love this concept, and that's why I want to bring it to all our viewers. Let's start by, how did this all happen? How did an American end up making Bacalaito Bites in Old San Juan?
Yeah, it's a good question. I get asked that a lot. Well, about 8 years ago, I met a Puerto Rican lady who I fell in love with. Okay. And of course, that's right. And at that time, the first time I had the opportunity to go to a Puerto Rican holiday, right, at her parents' house. So when I was there, I had her mother's bacalaitos, and I thought, wow, I get it now, man. These are way different than the bacalaitos a la calle or a la pieta. They were small, crispy, wonderful. So over the next couple of years, I learned how to make the bacalaito for her mother. And then one Christmas, or Thanksgiving, excuse me, several years back, or a couple of years after I learned, we were doing the Thanksgiving dinner. We wanted to make bacalaitos. We didn't have bacalao. So we had shrimp instead. So we did her mom's recipe was shrimp instead of bacalao. All the Puerto Ricans at the party were like, what is this? These are great. So we're like, it's a camaroncito, right? And they were like, wow. So that got my mind going. So the next morning, I said to Mari, I said, what do you think if we started a business inspired by the bacalito, but in different flavors and styles, right? And immediately, Mari said, yeah, we could call it Itos, bacalaitos. And that's where Itos came from. So from that point on, we started creating the concept of Itos, which is a bacalaito style fritter, but in different flavors and styles.
And that's what I like the most about it. You have different flavors. Mm-hmm. When I was first here, I tried the coconut, but you have pernil, you have, you don't have the shrimp though.
We don't want
to. I would like to see on the menu.
Yes. But for allergy reasons, we're not set up for that yet. But
okay, you really know what you're doing here. I mean, the concept is beautiful. The place is decorated great. And you are the person tending it right now. Yeah. We should add, this is a sunset guide, but there will be here after sunset. You won't be here during sunset. You rented out the place. Correct. So that people can enjoy quicker stuff and drinks and whatnot. But you are here Tuesdays through Sundays?
Tuesdays through Sunday, 4 to 10.
4 to 10. Yeah. And then tell us, so do you sell this by the half dozen, by the dozen? How does it work out?
Right now we do 8 bacalito bites per order for $5, right? Or any of the bites, you get 8 of them $5, or you get 2 buns for $5.
So tell me about the buns.
The buns is like a bacalito relleno. So I'll take the bacalito batter and I'll cook it around a cabbage bacalao mixture inside, right? So it's a stuffed bun, but using the bacalao batter as the masa or the dough that's cooked around it.
Beautiful. And then I remember last time you used confectionery sugar. Yeah. Was that just for the coconut one?
No, for the coconut. Yeah, for the coconut one, because that's the one sweet option we have.
Okay.
And so for the bun though, we'll do that coconut batter and then cook that around a sweet cream and then put powdered sugar over the top of that. Just to add as well, one of the things that people really like is that we have vegetarian options and a couple of vegan options. So the coconut one and the Juca Ajo flavors are vegan on the bites, and on the buns, they're vegetarian. So there's kind of something for everybody if they have dietary restrictions.
Yeah, I was about to ask this. We're talking about dietary restrictions. Would you say this is a low-fat option to the traditional bacalao?
Yeah, it would be because we use less oil. You know, once you see us start cooking here in a little bit, you will see that we use a special plancha or cooktop that basically allows us to limit the amount of oil we're using. So it's not being deep fried. It'd be more like cooking at home, like, you know, you're just cooking it in a little, you know, home frying or something like that.
Right. And you have a full bar, you have your liquor license, so you can serve drinks and whatnot and fresh lemonades as well.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Is there something that people should expect maybe that Itos will be found in other towns or in other states? Because, well, other states, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this is a franchisee's dream.
Yes, we get asked about that quite often. We're setting it up to eventually franchise or partner, do kind of operational partner kind of structures. So yeah, we hope to do that soon, but we're really concentrating right now on the operations to get everything right. So when we decide to move forward, hopefully in the next 12 months or so, things will be really consistent.
They are thin, they are crispy. Let's hear this. That's the sound you want.
Yes.
Thank you very much for creating this newer bacalaito bite version for Puerto Rico.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Promen Kids is a state-of-the-art pediatric facility that prioritizes children's well-being and your peace of mind. Our concierge service provides personalized medical care with 24/7 access to an urgent care team dedicated to ensure you receive the attention and care you deserve. Plus, next day and on-time appointments that respect your valuable time. Promen Kids offers the best and most convenient healthcare for children in Puerto Rico. To learn more, visit our website at provenkids.com.
Original leather satchel, handmade with the finest quality leather and hardware found in Britain. Created by the Leather Satchel Company in Cambridge, England. A timeless piece for every collection, the classic satchel lovingly handmade in UK since 1966 using the finest English leather. Created by the Leather Satchel Company in Cambridge, England. Find yours today at www.satchel.co.
While we continue our chic guide of Sanse and Old San Juan, we're going to end our day in one of the handful art galleries here in Old San Juan. This is Masters Puerto Rico. And I'm here with Francisco Rovira and Rem Escobar of Masters Puerto Rico, a new gallery in Old San Juan. Tell us the concept behind Masters Puerto Rico.
Thank you. We are here in Masters Puerto Rico celebrating the culture of our masters, our artists that has done this trajectory in the contemporary and the traditional art world. And this is what we do here in order to present the best of our culture locally, but also internationally.
And you're concentrated in the 20th century?
Well, this exhibition in particular, it's the reflection of our females masters of the 20th century, yes.
Great. I like it that it's all female. So tell us a little bit about the different artists that we have here. I mean, we have more than a dozen, yes, but let's do a couple of them.
Well, the exhibition is titled Maestras, which translates to masters. We can, for example, Mirna Baez is one of the most well-known artists in Puerto Rico. We have one of her late pieces from 2009. It's a very Puerto Rican view of a window and a palm tree. It's very atmospheric and very elegant, created when she was very, basically at the end of her career. We have two fantastic and historical pieces by Celia Sanchez. Celia Sanchez was a Cuban artist who worked in Puerto Rico since the early 1970s, still lives in Puerto Rico. She's around 96 years old. These two pieces in particular she created while she was living in Cuba, still in Havana before migrating to the island. Behind us you can see the work of Noemi Ruiz. She was the most important abstract female artist in the island. These three pieces in particular are from the 1960s, and they evoke the best of the abstraction of those years in Puerto Rico and the world.
I have to say, you have curated this very well. And lastly,
Marta Perez. Marta Perez was the founder of the Surrealist artist in Puerto Rico. She was a feminist, a powerful figure in Old San Juan, the master, the teacher of many of the artists that we know today, like Jorge Sena or Daphne Elvira. You can see her language develop in many other of her students. So we're very proud to have her here in the show.
and of course, this is a Sanse Chic guide, but also an Old San Juan guide, and that's why we're here. And we have one piece in particular, which is it takes place in Sanse.
A piece titled Lectura by Daphne Elvira from 1994. It's a classic, iconic Old San Juan painting. There's one painting made in the 20th century about Old San Juan, in the late 20th century, that will be Daphne Elvira's piece.
To the piece by Marta, we have a cabezudo of Marta. Why was that so important?
Yes, it's very important because another of her students, whose name is Freddy Mercado, he's a very well-known performance artist. He created this piece when Marta died, and he created her cabezudo in honor of her teacher. And when they did the ceremony at her funeral, he was wearing his costume of Marta. So it was also very moving. When we decided to do the show, he reminded me that he had that piece. So he also performed at the opening as Marta.
That is beautiful. And we're speaking of the opening because you just recently opened about 4 or 5 months ago. Where are you located? When can people come in? It's a beautiful space. I recommend everyone to come in.
Thank you. We are open always from 12 to 5 p.m. every day. Also, their first show was on September the 7th. This is our current second show. It's going to be until February 14th. And then after that, check out our social media platform at masters.Puerto Rico in order to find out more about our upcoming shows.
Beautiful. Don't wait. This is until February 14th. You should check it out and then come after February 14th. Again, thank you, gentlemen. It is a beautiful place.
We are Argentinian restaurant. We are really famous because a different kind of state. So we use the Angus certificate. And we have also the milanesas, maybe the more famous Argentina that they have. For the appetizer, we also you can find here different kind of empanadas. We have chicken, or spinach with bechamel, cheese with onion, or grilled with Argentinas could be like wassages or the grills.
So tell us how this is an oasis in the madness of the festival.
Here in our restaurant, you can find we had 2 floors. In the first one, we have a large bar with wine cocktails. And also in the second floor, we use for events or any reservation. And don't forget, we had a balcony, an excellent view. Out here, you can find a beautiful design. It's a replica of their first warehouse in Argentina.
And you open every day of the year?
Yes, we are open every day of the year. And now we're going to make for you our house old-fashioned with ron de barrilito y Fernet Branca. And remember to check out our social media platform at El Viejo Almacen.
And if you're looking for a fine dining establishment, you can always make your reservations at La Lanterna.
Chef Franco Ceccarelli has called Puerto Rico his home for over 30 years, specifically Calle del Cristo in Old San Juan. Chef Franco explains how after falling in love with Puerto Rico and this location, after 5 years, he moved up the street where he continued catering to his loyal clientele for 17 years.
Mi nombre es Franco Ceccarelli y soy el dueño y chef de este restaurante. Y a nivel de cliente, yo tengo una...
Celebrity lawyer and writer Todd Mirror knows a thing or two about great ambience and a world-class meal.
Number one, it's an incredibly beautiful location. I mean, it's always cool, it's airy. The people that come here are very nice. The staff, and Franco in particular, are so responsive. And most of all, the food is unbelievably good.
La Lanterna is open for dinner Monday through Saturday, 5:30 to 11 p.m., and it is located in number 202 Calle del Cristo in Old San Juan. Well, you know how it goes. That's all the time we have for this show. Thank you so much for watching, and we really hope you enjoyed this chic guide to San Sebastian Street Fair, and of course beyond, because all of the businesses that we checked out are open year-round. Thank you so much to all our viewers, and of course our sponsors, Pilatero and Provan Health Group, for keeping us healthy inside and out, Shop Mate for most of my outfits, and of course Beautiful for my look today. This is your host, Marisa Rivera. We'll see you next time on another On The Go Puerto Rico.
Si quieres mejorar tu fuerza, flexibilidad, equilibrio, postura y manejo del estrés, en Pilateros tenemos un grandioso equipo que te ayudará a alcanzar tu mejor versión. Tenemos clases para todas las edades, horarios flexibles y 2 localidades completamente equipadas ubicadas en San Juan y Guaynabo. Programa tu primera clase hoy en pilateros.com. Somos Pilateros.